Hey guys, what's going on? Sherman here. And I've talked about this on Instagram a little bit, but I wanted to just show it in a video. And that is my Izula that I have reprofiled the edge on. I don't know how well you guys will be able to make that out. But it is a very clean, very shallow edge that I put on it. Like I said, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to make this out in this video, but it is a very, very shallow angle. If you contrast with my ceiling there. So, a lot of people have been asking me what angle it is, and I'm not 100% sure because the system I use is a Lansky rod guided system. And the edge angles are not 100% precise, as if like I were to put it on an Edge Pro Apex or a Wicked Edge. It's not 100%, but if I had to make an educated guess, look out and make an educated guess here, I would probably say roughly 25 degree inclusive, maybe a little bit more shallow than that, maybe a little bit more steep by just a couple of degrees, but it is a very shallow angle for what you would typically see on an Izula. But like I said, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to make that out. But I just want to make a quick demonstration and just talk a little bit about my system. A lot of people ask me what I use, and like I just said, to do reprofiling, I use my Lansky rod guided system. Relatively inexpensive. You can find them on pretty much any knife website and Amazon.com. And you can get them anywhere between $35 to $50 just about. And after that, after I've done the reprofiling, you know, it's consistent. I got the burr on one edge, and then I start on the next side, and I get the burr on the opposite side. Then usually what I do is I will strop it on my Sharpening brand strop with white compound, which is a little bit more coarse than your other compounds, and to get that burr off. And then what I do from there is I'll take one of the ceramic stones from a Spyderco Sharp maker, and I usually just freehand. I'll hold it in my hand and just do a couple of passes just to clean up the scratch pattern on that edge, just to clean it up, make it, as you see there, make it a little bit more shiny and presentable. And also it helps kind of deburr it further. And usually it'll get a burr, and then I'll just continue. I'll strop it on the Sharpening strop with the white compound until the burr is gone on both sides, and then I will finish it off with the green compound, which is much more fine. And that left me with a very nice, not polished, but I don't want a polished edge. That's not an excuse to why I didn't get one, because I know how to do it and I can do a polished edge. I just choose not to because that's just not what I prefer. I wouldn't say a toothier edge, but like I said, this is not a polished edge. Typically a polished edge, you could sit there and run your hand up and down the edge and you won't really feel a whole lot. But if you were to take it across something like phone book paper, it'll slice through just fine. But I want something to kind of grab, and that's what I got with this edge. And I got a very sticky sharp edge, meaning I don't want to hold my thumb on this edge and slide it across any further than I need to try to test how sharp it is. So it's very sticky sharp. You know, and that's what I was trying to achieve with this knife. Now, did I do more harm than good by putting such a shallow edge on a hard use knife? I don't really think so, because this 1095 steel is strong enough to retain an edge, but it's also soft enough to where the edge will kind of roll instead of chip, and it's very easy to get this edge back to shaving sharp with just a strop. You know, I've cut several 2x4s with this knife and then have it still, you know, hair shaving sharp. So I don't really think I did any more harm than good. I just made it a little bit more functional of a tool. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys real quick. It's just newspaper. But before I show you the edge on that, I'm going to take something that a lot of people compare the sharpness of, and that is the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. This is brand new, factory edge. All I've done was strop it. Let's try it here. Uh-oh. It's cutting, but I don't know if you can see, it's kind of inconsistent. It's really hard to tell through the camera, but you may be able to hear how it kind of sounds like it's really kind of dragging a little bit. Oh, see, it just got caught up. It's getting caught up again. So it is very sharp. It's hair shaving sharp. You know, you guys know Spyderco does a really good job on their edges. And take a look at that edge. So it is hair shaving sharp, but it's not exactly cutting cleanly through newspaper, even after stropping with the factory edge. So let me show you the Izula. Back up a little bit. I mean, it is absolutely flawless. You may be able to even hear the difference. Do a little, whoops, ran out of paper there. Those little zigzag cuts. Those are very hard to do with a knife unless it's really sharp. I mean, I'm push cutting right now. That was just a push cut. So. I get so much enjoyment out of this. I'm sure you guys feel the same way when you get a really good edge on a knife. I'm just dragging the knife across, no extra applied force. Like I said, this is just push cutting, but now I'm going to use a slice to cut through the entire edge. Use the whole edge to cut. So that was with the whole edge. See if I can get some really fine, you normally consider curly cues. Those are not curly cues, but really fine cuts going on there. Well, you guys are going to be able to see that. So, it's making really, really clean, even, and precise cuts. Let's see if I can get another. Whoop. There goes, another good one. That. One of those little wavy cuts. Whoop. There we go. It's not doing the best job at doing these little wavy cuts, and that's not because the knife isn't sharp. I'm going to contribute it to the fact that it has that thick powder coating, and it's binding up on the paper as it's cutting, even though it's a full flat grind. Because I think even the late Boy Scout, I think it was the late Boy Scout, did a video on this, cutting through cardboard, and he had a really hard time. And he was talking about how it's not because the knife isn't sharp, but it's because it's binding up on that thick, rough coating. So that's what I'm going to contribute it to. But still, the fact that an Izula is doing those wavy slices through newspaper is really impressive to me. So I'm really proud of the edge on this knife. I'm not making this video to brag. Just a lot of people have been wondering about it, wondering about my sharpening systems. And I will do a video in the future if you guys want. I will do an extensive video of exactly every step that goes into my edges like this. So just let me know. But trust me guys, I'm not a sharpening expert. You know, Jay Davis is my inspiration really when it comes to learning about sharpening and edge geometry and everything. I've learned so much from him in the past, and still do learn from him. So yeah, I will do a video, but I'm just not, you know, necessarily the leading authority on sharpening or anything like that. But I will do a video on my systems if you guys would like, showing you my equipment and my methods and whatnot. So I was really proud of this edge. This is one of the better edges I've ever gotten from my sharpening. So, and then of course my Regalia Innovations sheath, which I'm just in love with. I love this sheath so much. I mean, you just push it and the sheath just flies out. I love it. So, but anyway guys, like I said, a lot of you have been wondering on Instagram about the sharpness of this knife and the edge in detail. And I really can't get any good detailed shots with the camera right now. But, actually I may be able to. I can't while it's recording. I was about to say I could switch cameras, because this internal camera is only 3 megapixel, I think. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I enjoy watching people cut stuff, so hope you guys did too. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments box. And I hope you have a great rest of your night. Stay safe, stay sharp, and God bless. Sherman614. Peace.